Hello friends, welcome to Squared Plans. I'm Stephanie and today we're going to be setting up our horizontal planners for the next week in April. And I've got these brush tip markers here ready to go, as well as these mixed media tools that I may use, and these sticker books which I'll pull from. So this is the second week of the April Planable Challenge, and this week's theme is Splash of Color. So if you'd like to participate, go ahead and post your spreads up on Instagram using the hashtag PlanableApril2022. We'd love to see what you come up with. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and lay down some wax paper now just to get things started. I thought for the theme Splash of Color that these watercolor feels would be a really nice touch. I was inspired by the color scheme in this color story book with the orange, teal, and pink purple tone, so I thought I would use that. I looked into the Year to Shine sticker book and found some of the pinks and the oranges, which was really nice. And then I thought I would need some decor, so I went ahead and broke out the watercolor florals here from the Seasons of Color sticker book, just to have a little bit of something else on the spread, since there really wasn't a lot of decor stickers to work with out of the other two books. So I found this one floral cluster that I thought really matched fairly well with the color scheme, and so we're going to go ahead and try to work that in. It's nice to have a bunch of floral books, especially in the spring, because I feel like spring spreads can always handle some florals. It always feels appropriate. So I'm going to go ahead and try and work those in. I definitely steer away from florals in the fall, but yeah, spring, summer, I tend to bring out those florals a bit more, especially in the spring. It just feels like the right time to use them. So I've already cut up that cluster and have somewhat positioned it there on the spread. I don't think I'm going to use those other florals. They just weren't quite right with the color scheme. So I'm going to go ahead and put those back and just see if there's anything else real quick in this book. So I'm not really seeing anything. We'll go ahead and just focus in on more of the watercolor feels, with those florals as more of a highlight. And then I'm grabbing some of the different quotes that I'm finding there in the color story and the Year to Shine sticker book. Looking again in that color scheme with the purpley pink, the orange tones, and then I'm also going to be looking for the teal, but I doubt I'm going to find what I need in the teal, because I think I've used most of the teal colored stickers out of the Year to Shine that would really work. Plus I feel like the palette might need to be limited a bit because of the florals. They have a lot going on, and I think just a limited 2-color palette would be a little bit stronger of a spread than introducing that third color. So I'm just searching for items to bring in, focus boxes and other decor items, quotes, things like that. I've put a long box there on the left-hand side so I can do a list of weekly things to do. So that's what I'll be using that for. And then I'll also have, a space there at the very end of the week for a couple more of those weekly to-dos, maybe going into the following week. I really like that sometimes, especially when I'm busy. I like having that long box there for just like a running to-do list that doesn't really have a firm date for when they need to be done, just things I need to keep on my radar for the week. It just really helps keep things feeling organized, and I know exactly where to look when I'm looking for something that I need to do and there's a little gap of time in my day. I can just pop over to that and see if I can fit something in. So I've pulled out a lot of box stickers and things from the Year to Shine sticker book, and now I'm back in the color story looking for a few more items to bring in. There wasn't much hot orange tones in the Year to Shine, so it's nice to go over to the color story and bring in more of that orange feels. And I'm bringing in another quote here that's kind of similar to this cloud looking watercolor splotch. Thought that would be nice to add some balance, but I'm just trying to figure out how to make it work on the spread, not covering anything important that I need for functionality. And then I thought I would bring in a few headers and things in from the color story book to again add a little bit more of that orange, since I really wasn't finding too much from the Year to Shine sticker book. So a lot of what you're going to see now is me kind of bringing in items, trying to spread out the pink and orange color scheme, and also thinking about functionality. I use my daily spreads for like my running to-do list for each day, and then I usually have some kind of focus area on each individual day as like a call out for the most important thing. So I'm trying to work all of that in and around the decor I'm pulling, using the colorful boxes. I'm pulling 4 focus boxes, and then also the quotes and things, just trying to work things in, but being mindful that I need to add in my to-do list every day. So it's just a bit of a balancing act. That's why it usually takes me a little bit to work through my spreads, because I can't just lay things down. It doesn't really work for me functionally. Even though you can make a really nice spread that looks visually appealing, if it's not working for me functionally, it's kind of a waste. So I definitely take my time to make sure that I can work the spread, make it functional, and get all of the items I need to in as I'm designing. And I really like this color scheme on the half circle here. It mimics the one in the corner I just put on the Friday to Saturday area, but the shape is just it's not working. So I'm gonna go and see if there's anything else I can pull in instead. And I found this large orange circle, which I think will work a little bit better, even though it doesn't have both the orange and the pink. More of the orange is good because I feel like we're a little bit light on that tone. So I'm going to try to work that in and move things around. Again, it's a little tricky with that functionality piece, especially because I have the long box in here taking up quite a bit of room, and then also those decor flowers, which are really eating up a lot of Wednesday. And sometimes I'll put things down and then I'll realize, nope, I need that space for checklist or that kind of thing. So, or, oh, no, I didn't leave myself room for a focus. So a lot of the time I'm moving things around because I'm realizing that it's just not going to work with that functionality piece I was mentioning. So I decided to push in that long box because in most areas I don't have a space for a focus. And then I realized as I was doing that, then it kind of upset the balance I had at the top with the semicircle square box coming in from the left. That was helping to balance out the other one on the bottom right. And so again, working things out as I go. thankful for the wax paper because it really helps me be able to move and change and get it just as I need it without committing those stickers, and it just gives you a good idea of how things are going to look and gives you the flexibility to move things around while you're working through a design. I think we're getting close. I'm feeling pretty good about how things are laying out right now. I can see on each day where I will put most of the items, checklist, to-dos, just seeing if there's any other way to add in a bit more orange maybe. I'll go ahead and put some stuff back as I'm in here. And maybe move this guy to the top to give a little bit more space between those two smaller boxes. And okay, I think I found something that I'm happy with. It feels balanced and gives me the room I need for functionality. So we'll go ahead and start laying things in. And we'll just drop it in. Make some small adjustments to keep things looking straight. And I kind of wanted this to look like it was endlessly coming in from the side, so I'm going to trim off that border section there on the edge of the sticker. Cut it slightly crooked, so it made it a little bit hard to even it out. I did some trimming there on the florals and might try to reuse that piece somewhere. And then I realized I probably should white out behind this quote just so it has a nice clean look. So I'll just white out that darker line in particular so it's not so stark behind the clearness of the quote. I'm going to do the same on this guy too. It's got a pretty white background, so I could see that darker line showing through. Just going to go ahead and white that out as well, and also reposition it so I got a little bit cleaner, straighter edge. I go ahead and drop in some of these other elements, whiting out behind them as needed. And this one I'll just trim right on the page so I don't have to worry about straightening it. And drop in that watercolor cloud. And now the top, I'm going to do some more whiting out up here as well, just behind those whiter boxes. And trim it up. And I realized that this box sticker is just slightly crooked, and I was going to try to fix it, but it was already kind of stuck down pretty well, so I just decided to go with it. It's pretty minor, I just noticed it. Also trying to figure out how I might reuse this piece. That works. Not sure about this other trimming now though. Feels a little bit weird. I also decided to add a bit of splash for that splash of color. So what I'm going to do is add to the pink and the orange toned pens that I had, add just a tiny bit of water, and then use this splatter brush I got from Tim Holtz and just add some splash and texture to the page. I'll also go ahead and pull a few mild liners in the pink and the orange tones and add in my checklists. And once I'm done with that, you guys, we will be done, friends. So I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up down below. Go ahead and leave me a comment if you'd like to get in touch. And think about subscribing to my channel if you haven't already, if you'd like to see more of my videos. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate it. And we'll see you next time. Bye!